It's the first week of summer and bushfire season is well underway, but there are concerns Australians have become complacent about protecting their homes and, more importantly, their families. We had some reprieve last season, but recent long-range weather forecasts continue to point towards a traditional bushfire season this year. To help us prepare, we're joined in the studio now by New South Wales Rural Fire Service Commissioner Sharon Fitzsimmons. Shane, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Sharon.
Well, we've said in the intro there that people are becoming complacent. How so?
Oh, look, the real message is, given some of the quieter seasons we've had in New South Wales, particularly last year, and some of the spring rain we've had just in recent months, we really want to make sure that people don't become complacent. As we've seen already in the last 48 hours, just with the return to some warmer weather, we've already seen some fires start in the Greater Sydney environs, down in the Southern Highlands and up in the Hunter Valley. So the message is, we are now in summer, we've kicked off the first month of summer, and now if people haven't already done so, it's really important to get on top of that property protection, looking after your home and being prepared for fires this season.
So despite that rain, there's still the significant risk of fires?
Yeah, that's exactly right. As we move into summer, one of the benefits of rain obviously is that things quieten down, and a lot of our farmers are going to see some good results as a result of winter and spring rains. But there's also been some fuel growth, and as we move into summer, when the temperature heats up and we get those strong dry winds that come across the landscape, we've got the recipe for ignition of fire because the fuels become drier, and then obviously if fires start, they will spread fairly rapidly under those hot, dry, windy conditions. Every
year we talk about preparing our homes, about clearing our gutters and so on. Is there more to it than that that's required?
Oh look, the really simple thing I think is people that live in a bushfire prone area need to make a couple of decisions. A, are they going to stay and defend their property in the event of fire? So are they physically able and mentally able to take on that challenge? If they're not, they need to make the decision about leaving early. Irrespective of whether they're going to stay and defend their property or leave early, it's really important that everyone living in a bushfire prone area prepares their property. And as you say, Sharon, cleaning out the gutters, taking away the combustibles from around the home, mowing the grass, clearing away the branches, all those sorts of things are really important to do well before the fire comes and not leaving it to the last minute.
And then we're not also just talking about your home, your family.
Absolutely. Preparing the home is one thing, but preparing the people, preparing yourself and your family is critically important. And I think it's really important that anyone can access their local fire station or indeed log on to fire authorities' websites, and there's lots of information about preparation checklists and what you can do as a family, and talk to your neighbour. It's a great way to get to know your neighbour and work cooperatively with them in the onset of the fire season.
In the event of an emergency, can I ask your thoughts on whether you think it is a wise decision to stay with your home, or would you prefer people just to get out of the area?
The research identifies that a well-prepared home and a well-prepared family, the best prospect of survivability is to stay in the home and stay in a prepared sense to look after your home and look after your family. Sadly, history and research will show that many of our fatalities have resulted in people leaving their departure to the last minute and actually being caught in transit and overtaken by fire, and sadly they've perished as a result of those actions. Our message is, if you're planning to leave and are not comfortable defending your property, do so early. Have those arrangements in place. Let your neighbour know that that's exactly what you're going to do. But the reality is, a well-prepared home and a well-prepared family provides the best prospects for securing that property and the survivability given the onset of fire.
Okay, some great advice there, and hopefully the season is not too bad for you. Commissioner Shane Fitzsimmons, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Sharon.